y'all, today is going to be interesting. So on the internet, I was searching up places around me to possibly try to fish. I stumbled across this place. Look at this, man. This is pretty freaking cool. This is a pay to fish lake, pond. I don't know how much water is here. We gotta look at it. This place is pretty low-key. I could barely find like any information about it. I called them up yesterday. They didn't answer, but then I called again. Sounded like some nice people, man. So it is $10 to fish here. You just gotta put it in the draw box over there. You could fish with 2 rods. The sign over there says you have to have shoes. And I guess supposedly these waters are supposed to be stocked with catfish, brim or bream, I don't know what she said. I think that's like southern for sunfish and bluegill and stuff. And then I think they said tilapia are in here. Ooh, there's just some ripples right there. It's pretty quiet out here. There's nobody else fishing. Somebody's cutting the grass over there. But yeah, I don't know how popular of a fishing spot this is. If you guys saw the last video, we did end up catching some saltwater catfish. Some smaller ones, not like the most preferred species to catch, you know, in the saltwater. If we could catch catfish out there, we should be able to catch them here. So I actually stopped at Walmart. We're gonna be testing something out here today, man. Along with testing our fishing skills. Hello? We are going to be testing a Walmart catfish tackle kit. I picked this up yesterday, just getting some supplies. This was like 10 bucks. I've never used this before. We're gonna open it and see if it'll help us catch some fish today or if it's kind of just like a scam. Most importantly, we did not forget the bait. We have some Walmart live worms. And they are alive. Every time you buy worms at like a store, I'm telling you, man, always look and inspect your worms. Last thing you want to do is get out to the water and see you got some freaking moldy mummy worms. But if this place gets fished a lot of people might use worms. That is why we also have this, the secret weapon. This is supposed to be like one of the best catfishing baits that there is. Real quick, let's just get a scan of the area. So there's a body of water on this side, and on this side, I don't know if they connect. There's definitely, like at the gate, you had to close it because that's the poop. Apparently livestock is in here. I don't see any at the moment. Looks like there's definitely a grassy situation. Oh yeah, dude, this is pretty shallow. Oh, it gets deep right there. Okay, I'm liking that. So our main mission for today. First of all, this is like my first paid fishing lake pond ever, really. I'm liking the look of this over here too. I don't see any fish. I see little minnows swimming around. I didn't really grow up by any, but by traveling around and fishing across the country and stuff, these are pretty popular, man. You guys might be able to relate to this. Ponds / lakes where, you know, people stock them, specifically with catfish. I've seen that a lot. You pay, you know, $5, $10, $2, come out, fish them, see what you can catch. The idea behind it is cool. It's just like, how do you know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta trust the people that this is, first of all, actually stocked, and, you know, also stocked with what they say it's stocked with. I think on the internet it said 5 different species of catfish. So we got some stuff, babe. We got 2 rods. We got some catfish stuff. These docks are looking a little sketchy-ish. I don't know, man. We drove an hour to get here. Paid our 10 bucks. We are gonna get our money's worth today. I would love to catch a catfish. Just gotta watch out for these landmines. Let's open this thing up right here. This has definitely been an interesting experience so far. Right when I got here, I like couldn't fit through the gate. I don't even know if I was supposed to fit through it, but my truck, like, it was like super close. So eventually I backed up, and then these neighbors down the street were just like staring at me the whole time, and I got out. I was like, hey, what is this what I do? This is like honestly pretty out there in the country. All right, so this is the 38-piece catfish tackle kit. It's like we've got some like skinning pliers. I think you hold on to the skin with these. This is, what is that? We've got some big old hooks. Probably not gonna be using those. It doesn't look like the super most deepest water, so I honestly don't know how big the catfish in here are gonna be, if there are catfish. I mean, there's 5 different species, it says, so there should be something. Got a fishing license holder. I mean, I probably would never use this, but I've never seen one of these in a tackle kit before. Got a rigging knot tying suggestion kit. We've got bobber, some weights, we'll probably be using those. Treble hooks. What is this? A catfish rig? That's literally metal, dude. We're not catching bluefish. I don't know. We've got a stringer. We might possibly use that, honestly, if we can get something. Some gold swivels. And we might actually try to use this today, man. I've never been a bell guy. I mean, you go out to the fishing pier, all you hear, it sounds like Santa's coming. Jingle bells all over the place. If you're not familiar, basically you put these on your rod, and when you get a bite, it kind of like moves it. So if you're not paying attention, you're like, oh, there's my bells. Definitely interesting. We'll see what this can do. Is this worth, I think it was a little over $10. I don't know yet. I mean, you get a tackle box with it too, right? We also have some of these. We're gonna be trying a bunch of stuff out today, but one rig that I already have on my one rod, we're probably gonna chuck this out just to see, you know, what the heck is up. We've got a little weighted float that goes down to a small little circle hook. Which side do you think, left or right? Okay, see, that's interesting. I just moved over this way. Dude, there are so many bluegill. The closer you get to the edge of the pond, oh, that bobber went down immediately. Uh-oh, it's like a bluegill buffet, dude. When I cast it out there, it's just pop, 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 pop. I don't know, we'll have to kind of experiment here. On this rod, we just have a little dropper loop. This is one of the weights we got in the Walmart kit. And then we've got that worm right there. Let's toss it out this way. This just might be Bluegill City right here. As long as we're not instantly getting pop, pop, pop by bluegill. We're in a little bit deeper water here with this one. Set the drag a little lighter. You never know, man. I mean, there's catfish in here. Sometimes they can get pretty big and fight pretty hard. You never really know. We're just going with the worm here. All right, there we go, man. Just so we don't miss any bites, the dinner bells are on. Well, it's just going down, dude. I think these fish are just too small out there to freaking bite the hook. Hello. Good, how are you? Yeah, I didn't know if it'll fit. On the, yeah. I guess that's the owner. She's checking the box. This is Florida, man. Who knows what she'd do to me if I didn't pay. There we go. I was about to say, dude, please send help. Maybe catch a freaking bluegill. So this is, yeah. These dudes might be an issue today. There we go. First fish of the day. A little baby bluegill. First mission accomplished. We caught a fish. And as I was just kind of sitting down here, look at what I see. Look at this. Who's fishing with this here? I don't think they have bass in these waters. Not quite sure if a catfish or anything's gonna bite that. Now, do we think these docks are safe? Oh, I just dropped my bells. What are the odds that we fall in here? Oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna lie, dude. This looks so sketchy. There's a freaking hole right there. Look at that. I got polarized on. I'm not sure if you guys can really see what I see, but it is shallow there, and then it gets pretty darn deep around here, and then in the middle it's shallow, and then around the edges it's deep too. I am thankful for the sun being out so we could see that. It'd be hard if it was cloudy. So I think this is what we're gonna try, all right? Deeper water, put a bunch of worms on the hook. Just kinda try that. They're ravenous. It's tiny little gills. Look at this, look at this. I feel like I'm in the Bahamas right now. All we need to do is just drop that right in. All right, we're at the point where we gotta try something. I just don't see how we're gonna successfully keep all of the smaller, ravenous bluegill away. So we're trying this. We actually caught a bluegill and I cut it up. Fresh bait like bluegill like that should be a pretty good bait for catfish. I haven't seen any signs yet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Please tell me it's not bluegill eating the bluegill. All right, so now we've got two rods out there. They've each got little chunks of bluegill. This one I just threw weightless, and as it was going down, look at it. It's even right now. Dude, the freaking cannibal bluegills are chomping at the chunk of bluegill. These things are freaking crazy. I did not travel all this way and pay $10 to come to a freaking bluegill buffet. Maybe this isn't the spot. So far, all I've seen, I mean, you guys, look at this. Look at this. Y'all can see them right there. There's tiny little minnows on the surface, and that's just loaded with bluegill. Definitely let me know, man. If you guys were out here fishing, what would you be trying? All right, let's try out this other pond here. Ooh, it is toasty out here, man. I think places like this are pretty cool, especially in areas where there might not be a big opportunity for fishing. Again, on our travels, I saw like pay-to-fish catfish ponds in the desert. You know what I'm saying? In areas where maybe there's not a lot of ponds, or maybe if there is a lot of ponds, they're all private and you can't really fish them without freaking Karen coming out. But let's kind of be honest for a second. Right now, I'm in Florida. No matter where you are in the state, there's an abundance of water. Saltwater, freshwater. Sure, there's Karens and they'll kick you out of places. So you do get that like security here. Like, okay, you're allowed to be here. You freaking paid to be here. But yeah, I think a lot of it just depends on the pond itself and the people who, you know, keep up with the pond and stock it. And, you know, make sure you're not going to step on a giant rusty nail coming out of the dock or fall through the dock. And to my knowledge, I mean, this place has been open for years and years and years. Well, honestly, like, what if there aren't catfish in here? Or what if there's only like 3? I guess that's the other side of this whole like stocked pond pay to fish thing is like, you don't really know when they stocked it. I guess I could have asked the lady. It's kind of the question, right? Like, is there fish in here to catch? But also, this is where fishing comes in, man. You just got to have patience. Try different things. We still haven't even brought out our secret weapon yet. As long as you've got a rod and reel, you've always got hope. Look at this. That is a nice tree. Or is that a bush? Tree, bush? Look at this a bit closer. This is what you're really paying for. Nice bushes. Very nice. I'd pay 10 bucks for that. Something pretty cool. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can actually take a picture of a plant. You can do this with birds and stuff too. You can go down to here and you can see what kind of plant it says it is. Crimson bottlebrush. Yep, that's it. Crimson bottlebrush. Look at that. Isn't technology crazy? Like, I can't imagine growing up without having like Google Maps and stuff. Like, what would I do if I didn't know that was a crimson bottlebrush? We might need to move these again. That's the other tough part about fishing here. It's like, all right, you want to put your bait somewhere, it's just going to be hidden in all this weeds. Get that out there one more time. Sometimes you can be doing the right thing, you can go all day without a bite. It's just, I haven't seen any. It's just always unknowns, man. You just gotta put the time in. Hold on just a second. Okay, it looks a little bit more deep over here. I like the look of this. And I didn't know that back here, I think there's another pond. Look at this, new area unlocked. Do I dare step on this? Okay, this one looks more interesting actually. Let's bring all our stuff over here. This looks a little deeper. Might not be, but it looks like it. Not as much algae. Oh my God, look at this eel, dude. Hey, I know you. All right, we just brought all of our stuff over to this back pond. I cast the first rod out and I saw a turtle. Hopefully it's not a cursed turtle. Oh, that breeze feels good over here. All right, I think it's time for the secret weapon, dude. Ooh, dude, I can already smell it. This stuff is stinky. Yeesh. There we go, catfish candy, hopefully. Stinky, dirty, doesn't always stay on the hook. Good thing we don't have to worry about like current or anything here. There are ways to tie it down better. One way is by using a little like thread. There's stuff called magic thread and you just wrap it around your bait to kind of keep it on the hook. I have that in my bag somewhere. I literally couldn't find it. Let's see if this works for now, but some people put it in like I've heard stockings and they kind of tie it up and put a hook through it. There's a lot of different ways to keep bait on the hook. Oh, see, we're getting nipped right there, dude. Is that? I could have sworn right when I cast it in, I felt nipped too. Could be a couple things. It's either sunfish, or should we, oh, please don't be sunfish. Possibly cursed turtle, or it could be catfish. Come on, man. Look, man, I fished this place like all freaking day. I got bit, I don't know if you could see that, from these little stinging ants all over my hands. Those and the freaking bluegill was like the only bites I was getting, dude. I've been watching the channel for a long time. I'm a bluegill lover. I can appreciate them. They're always there for us. They've helped a lot of us get into fishing. But I could not put a bait in the water without getting bit by a freaking bluegill, dude. So the only bait I could use was bluegill themselves, and they were munching on that too. I don't know, this place, it was pretty shallow, and you'd think you'd be able to see some fish, you know, like some other species of fish. I don't know. I do think it would be kind of disrespectful of me to the business to just be like, yeah, there's no catfish in there. Even if I may feel that way, and if the few bad reviews of this place recently might also feel that way. But there's always lots of variables to fishing. All I gotta say is low key though, if you advertise somewhere as like a catfish heaven, you would think, right, it'd be like loaded with catfish. But again, who knows, maybe it is. I never claimed to be a great catfisherman. But now we have a predicament. I spent $10 and that $10 cannot be forgotten. We will get catfish one way or another. What's up, man? How's it going, man? Believe me, we are going to get our $10 worth. I mean, mathematically, it's a little bit more than $10. We got gas. We got like baits and stuff. That's beside the point. We just stopped over at the store, got a beautiful fillet of catfish for less than $3. Chef First State's about to cook that up. You guys know, I mean, this wasn't the most fullest video of catches, but I still think it's interesting and I think it's good to show days like this. You know, social media and YouTube and TikTok and all that stuff can get things skewed in a way where it's like, every time you go out, it's like a fishing highlight reel. That is not always the case, man. A lot of my videos, I mean, we do catch stuff and a lot of cool stuff. My power just shut off. Hello? Anyway, man, the adventure, the scenery, the struggles, the different techniques I try. If any of you guys have any recommendations on how I could better my catfishing, let me know. And I know, man, if you guys fish, this is relatable. Now, I don't want, like, you know, I want to obviously upload cool stuff. And we're going to. I thought maybe this would be a good place to fish. I don't know. The saltwater should get pretty crazy here, though, so just stay tuned. The winds have just been very bad for fishing. They've been very gusty, and they've been blowing the wrong way, and the water's super dirty. But very soon, that will switch up, hopefully. But I also just think it's cool, like every time you watch a First State Fishing video, you never know what the heck is going to happen. Sometimes we catch cool stuff, sometimes we catch and eat weird stuff, like last video if you guys haven't seen that one. And sometimes, you know, there we go. What the heck was that about, man? What was that, man? Is it disrupting your nap time? Sometimes it's just all about the journey. That was weird though. I don't know if we got the curse of the catfish or what. I wasn't joking, man. Look at this. $2.88. And we didn't even have to fillet it, man. I kind of did want to use those skin grippers. Most of the work is already done for us today. Bam! Oh yeah. Can you guys tell me, like, I'm not a regular catfish buyer at the store. Maybe I will be after today. Is that like a normal price? $2.88 for this whole fillet? I feel like Kelsey and I could like split this almost. I didn't know catfish. I mean, maybe it was just today. Maybe they had a sale. I wasn't even looking. But we are going to put some of this on it. Some nice Cajun static spicy seasoning. There's a lot to talk about with this. You actually can't go on the store and get this anymore. We actually sold out, and I kind of want to do a whole like update video on a lot of stuff. I had big goals, and I still do for the seasoning brand. It's just like I've learned a lot, and also there's some things going on in the world right now, tariffs, that really affect small businesses, even if like products are American made. It's kind of a mess right now. I feel for a lot of small businesses. Things are honestly just crazy right now. All right. Now, normally in these videos, when I kind of have beef with a certain species of fish, we kind of duke it out and spend a lot of time and eventually try to catch the fish. I honestly don't know. I mean, last video, if you guys want to go watch that one, we caught some catfish. There's some little saltwater catfish. I don't know, like, any good spots around this area to catch some big old catfish. Back up north in Delaware, we had some pretty decent spots. So we're going to be heading back there soon. Again, I kind of want to just do a sit-down video and kind of explain what we're going to be doing, what the plan is for the rest of, like, you know, the next couple months. You guys can help me decide like what we're going to be doing, and just like an update on health and lots of stuff. But I don't know. We'll have to see, man, because I also just want to film a ton of fishing stuff because the weather's going to be looking pretty good here soon, and the wind, and I want to catch a lot of stuff, including keeper pompano, and including just like a lot of stuff. Like, I'm very excited for these next couple months. Hopefully no more straight up bluegill buffets, even though I appreciate them. All right, so we got the cast iron out today. We got some butter. Gonna get to melting, and look at this, man. Shoo, for under $3. That's crazy, man. All right, here we go. Cut it in half so that it would fit. Oh, perfect fit, dude. Hear that sizzle? This is gonna be so good, dude. I'm telling you. Bro, $3? $2.88. I mean, technically we paid a lot more. Time is money. We spent time to try to catch fish. None of that matters, man. This is our reward right here. That's smelling pretty darn good. I don't remember last time I had catfish. I don't think honestly, looking back on it, I don't think I've ever tried my own seasoning on catfish. You hungry? You eating? We're all eating out here right now. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get a cut right there. Heck yeah, dude. All right, man. Well, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for watching. Look how freaking good that looks. Sorry to make anybody jealous out there. This is farm-raised catfish. I have no clue what farm or how it was raised. Dude, that's good. This is about to be gone real quick. I really like that meatiness of the catfish. That stuff's freaking good, man. I'm gonna demolish that. Maybe soon here we'll catch some more catfish. We have a lot of cool stuff we're gonna do here very soon. I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for all the support, man. Thanks for watching this video. Thank y'all for watching. See you next video.